Hi y'all. This video is about understand what you're getting into if you share your food, give away food in a grid down survival scenario. Okay. I know most of us want to be humanitarians and we want to spread the knowledge, okay? Some of us are making sacrifices to try to help other people out that are researching, like people on YouTube and stuff like that, okay? But you have to understand that you may have a lot of food reserves, but if you give away just one can of beans, one can of anything, this is what will happen. Okay, now, this is, well, these are my water tanks right here. I got 1,000 gallons. Okay, I got about 225 gallons in that tank, and this tank's full. So I got 750 gallons, okay? Now I've been over here maintaining my corn patch, my corn experiment. Got fish in there, but I'm gonna explain to you why. And I've got corn growing in there. See that? This experiment's working, but this is not about showing my corn experiment. And you know, I've got these Asian beans growing in here. They're all up in there. See them? I've already harvested quite a bit, but this is why I know it goes against the grain. Most people want to help other people out, and I do too. But if the grid goes down and we're in a survival scenario, everyone's going to be starving at the same time, okay? And if somebody gives away something, the whole neighborhood's gonna know. And let me give you an example. Now this is an example with animals, okay? This is an example with deer, okay? And as you can see, I've got this protected, and I've really got to reinforce it. I'm gonna put 2 feet around the whole perimeter up there on top. But this is why you don't give away anything. And even if you have something, it could get taken over if people think you have food. You gotta listen to Selko's story, right? You know, that guy over there in wherever, 100 Days of Siege, or 1 year of siege. Selko's story, okay? If you give away, or you're growing some kind of food, and the neighbors know you have it, this is what happens, okay? Got a bunch of deer hanging. This is an example with deer, okay? But it could be humans too, okay? So originally it started with one little family over there, but now look. Kid you not. There was 20 deer here at one time. There's 5 right there. See if there's any more over here. No, see? They're all hanging out. They're all hanging out, okay? Because they know that there's something here. And they're gonna wait until the defenses are weak, and they're gonna come in here and scavenge. But it all started with these guys right here. Look at this. One little family. See, and there's 5 deer there, okay? And there's 5 here. Look, 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 scavengers. Now it works. It could work. It could work a different way. Okay. By having that food, you're attracting animals to your location, okay? Animals have a way of finding food, And so you'll always have a meat supply. But you would need a good coordinated effort to carefully harvest what's coming in, because if you eat everything in one day, take it all out, it's not going to come back. So, you know, it's about food preservation. See that? So this is with animals. Now you have to think about it with humans. If everybody in your geographical area is starving, which of all, the likelihood of that actually happening is very slim, because government, municipalities and stuff, they have emergency measures in place, emergency food piles, stockpiles to feed everybody. But if something were to happen where that were to disappear, if somebody knows that you have it, let's say one person comes knocking at your door and you give them a can of beans. Well, people are gonna ask, where'd you get that can of beans from? And overnight, you're gonna have 20 people show up, and they're gonna raid your whole supply. And most people don't have more than a month. You know, preppers might have a month or two, but most people only have about a week's supply of food in their house. Okay? So this survival thing is going to be a really difficult challenge. I still think your best bet is to stay at home and try to ride it out. Historically, neighbors haven't really gone after each other. Well, they have, but most people are just going to quietly starve to death and just perish, you know, on their own. But I'm just over here looking at my beans, you know. And, I harvested all the beans and I put them in the freezer, but it's gonna be this survival thing. It ain't for the. It's gonna take a lot of work if it ever happens. It's not gonna be easy. Okay. Here's one. This is the Asian bean. You've got to really plant this. You got to figure out a way to get it. It's hard to find. The supermarkets, they sell this before the seed pods even develop. So this will, your food will attract wildlife and other people in a grid down scenario.